Time to talk about dark psychology and the issue with Tinder.
Have you ever had somebody try to play a game of dark psychology with you? They'll start to speak and they'll be planting seeds. That's what they're actually doing. They're like, oh, blah, blah, oh, never mind. And then you're supposed to react with, no, tell me. You are white and blonde. This dark psychology game would say, I was thinking how sexy that Latino celebrity is. Just to give you a little competition, you know? It's 100% manipulation. One is pleasure and validation. They absolutely smother you with it. It's like love bombing. It's the best. Oh, jeez, and it feels amazing. Just like, wow, this is everything I've ever wanted. And then they turn off the validation. And you're like, searching for it, because you're like, but that's who they are. The really, you know, that person that was giving me all that validation and pleasure and was really like into me. That's who they are, and that's who I'm going to search for. And that begging, basically, like you will do anything to get them to turn it back on. It's like casino style addictive. And then they'll turn it back on, probably a couple of more times during the relationship. How long will you stay for that for? Indefinite, depending on how stupid you are, because they'll turn it back on as soon as they see you start to, you know, move away. But that pleasure and validation, dude, stop the game. Like, they don't exist. That was the game. They pretended to be somebody they weren't for you to fall in love with them. And then as soon as you were, utter cruelty that a narcissist can turn on you with would actually, like, people who haven't experienced it would absolutely just be shocked. But there's a photograph of me and I'm just like looking down, like I just in total, like just arrayed, like just what the fuck? Like, they just told you they loved you a couple of days earlier. You said it back to them, because that's what an Aries says. If you say to them, I love you, they say, I love you too. That's just facts. I can tell you what Leo says. Leo says, thank you. I can tell you, you know, like, we've all got, and that's just our sun sign traits. But anyway, the look on my face was just like, I was lost. I was like, what the fuck? You know, like, what the? I was just so confused. And it's kind of like you go into this rumination spiral of like, oh, you know, like in the guilt that you feel of why they're mad with you, when really, what the anybody goes around treating anybody I care about like that? Oof. Oof. But I didn't know any better. I didn't have self-love, put it that way. So I was vulnerable. When you've got self-love, you're unfuckable with. Honestly, anybody comes up to me like that these days, when I've found who I am and I've grown into the woman that I am, it just wouldn't laugh. You know, it just wouldn't work. Like, if somebody's not like fully into you, they're not into you. What do you think? I'm gonna go, ooh, be some desperate old lady? Fuck off. You know, like, I am a goddess in my own right. Yes, I've like self-love over the years.
If you have some truly important work to do down here on earth at this time, you are going to be destroyed, have your heart destroyed a number of times, because it needs to break, it needs to expand, it needs to break, it needs to expand, and it needs to get bigger so you can get on your purpose, you can get on your mission. If life hadn't happened to you in exactly the way it has, well, things could be different. We get told to come on here and spread our message, though, so we can help others avoid it. There used to be one woman every week in Australia that wasn't surviving the week with her partner. I don't know what the numbers are now. White Ribbon's gone quite quiet on those since 2020. So perhaps not everybody can get through it. But trust me, there's a warrior in every single one of us. You just got to stand up, look at yourself in the mirror and go, I am worthy. I am beautiful. I don't care what I've been told. I know who I am. And look at yourself. Do that deep, deep mirror work and find yourself in the mirror and remember who you are. You are a powerhouse. You are about to implode like the phoenix and rise up from those ashes. Don't let anyone break you down. You know who you are. And how could you not know who you are? All the signs, the synchronicities, everything that's happened to you in your life. Thieves don't knock on empty houses. I say it before, I say it again. I will say it over and over. You are imperative to this world. The Piscean age of darkness and whatever spells have been cast against us have come out into the open. The age of Aquarius has arrived. We're free. We are the star seeds. We are the seers, the light bringers, the hope for the future. And damn, that future's looking bright. You need to go in, find all those pieces of yourself and pull them back together and stand the fuck up because you've got it in you. We've all got it in us. Do it now. You're amazing.
Going, oh, I could do that if this hadn't happened to me. And it's where diamonds are made. And I am a diamond. And I'll be treated as such. Do you know what I mean? Like if you're going to even make an attempt, just don't. You know what I mean? The effort that gets put in the whole dating scene or whatever the hell I saw going on, what was it? Tender. Oh, please. If there wasn't another married man trying to get his extramarital affair kicking, honestly, just count me out the whole day. I don't care if I'm unattractive. I don't care if I am attractive to the opposite sex. I like my energy, I like my space, I like my time, I like the way I run my life, I like everything I do. If you're not going to add to somebody's life, fuck off. And who's interested in just casual hookups these days, honestly? Oh gosh, sorry, I'm not. Create cords. Cords are permanent. When you have sex with somebody, that is a permanent cord. That cording, I mean, you can undo it with heavy energy work, but basically, when you have sex with somebody, you're taking on everything that they're taking on. The ish called me and she goes, who's this? And I was like, oh, poor love. Like, just no interest in becoming a part of that.
And actually that call came through after I'd been out on a lunch date with this guy that I paid for. And I realised on the lunch date that he was a narcissist. He was explaining to me how being spiritual, not too many guys were interested in that, like the guys from the pub. Trust me, I'm not interested in a guy from the pub, and I am actually not interested in anything remotely resembling a narcissist. I know who I am, and I own my power. Yeah.